We're here to bring you another exciting episode of the Good Morning Gambia show. My name is Zainab, and here is with me my able co-host Hydara.
Hello, I will say good morning and good morning to everyone that's watching and listening at this right moment. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Hydara, and as you can see, we are back again. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning. We are back again to bring interest in this program. As my host said, we are welcoming you back again into the Good Morning Gambia show, and I'll say back to you.
We will have a guest later on this show, but before that, Hydara will take a quick newspaper recap. Can you help us with that?
Thank you so much, and we begin this newspaper review with the Voice newspaper. We just read the front page and a bit of the news and details. We will start with we want presented in the cabinet chairman GFD, and also Alhaji Sehu Dentin reappointed as a chairman finance committee of WCO. Also COVID-19 $222 million second phase price distribution scheme at standstill, and FTJ vows to be impartial as speaker. About 80% of GRA payment handling electronically, DCG Jalo. The music detail, just a brief one. And the $222 million second phase rice distribution scheme at standstill. The fate of the second phase of the tax distribution scheme amounting to $222 million is still unknown. This is more than 1 year after the completion first round of distribution in February 2021. And on to the Disabled Food Federation, we want to be represented in cabinet. Chairman the Gambia Federation of the Disabled has said they are with disabilities want to be represented in the cabinet. In an interview with this medium, Mr. Krubali appealed to the president, saying, since we are not represented in the National Assembly, we want to be represented in the cabinet. And Alhaji Sehu Dentin appointed as chairman finance committee WCO, the director of the finance accounting at the Gambia Revenue Authority, GRA. Alhaji Sehu Dentin has been unanimously re-elected as chairman of the finance committee of the World Customs Organization for the second to provide rightful direction as sound finance management system for the World Customs Organizations. And FTJ vows to be impartial as Speaker. Fabaka Itambangjata, Speaker of the National Assembly, has vowed to be fair as the House Chief and urged the elected National Assembly members to be guided by the supreme interest of the country. And on Foreign newspaper, the front page, why did Wuli Nam not partake in Deputy Speaker elections? And GPU condemns verbal attack on journalist Nderi Ture. Police open investigation into conduct of officer for allegedly threatening UDP members. And classroom shortage hits UTG as Gambia College begins exam. ECOWAS and COS report incumbent party agent attempted to influence voters during the parliamentary elections. Inflation increased to 8.3 in Gambia, IMF's mission chief. And on to the question of the day on the Foreign newspaper. Did the UDP leader address his speech directed at Panderi Ture of Star FM? Those are the top stories on the front pages of the newspaper. I'll send back to you.
And thank you so much, Hydara. I will take a quick recap about what's on the internet. Breaking news, this is from N24 Gambia. Alhaji Jadusi, a resident of Kawutu Rekunda, was knocked down by a bus today in the Jara Soma Highway. Alhaji was actually on his way to attend Omar Jadusi's funeral, who also died some days back after a loaded truck fell on a minivan he was in. According to a family member, he was on his motorbike but stopped after hitting a donkey on the road. The bus driver suddenly came and smashed him off. They are all preparing Alhaji's body to be buried immediately due to the seriousness of the accident. Alhaji Jadu left behind 2 wives and children. May Allah grant him Jannah. Amen. Marisol Jobada sent a warning message to President Adam Barrow and his T-shirt. I will keep on saying this. you cannot govern. Unite your people, President. To Christian. Yesterday, the 18th of April 2022, Cristiano Ronaldo announced the death of his baby boy, and this is what he posted. It is with our deepest sadness we have to announce that our baby boy has passed away. It is in the greatest pain that any parents can feel. Only the birth of our baby girl gives us the strength to live this moment with some hope and happiness. We would like to thank the doctors and nurses for their expert care and support. We are all devastated at this loss, and we kindly ask for privacy in this difficult time. Our baby boy, you are our angel. We will forever and always love you. And a happy blessed birthday to Demba, Esther's son. And that's all. We will take a quick break, and after that our guests will join us. Thank you. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us. Our guest is here, Zainab, Hydara. Zainab,
what is your time? Is it morning or afternoon?
It's morning.
Okay, good morning.
The people that are watching this program, and to you, the host, I'm saying hello. Good morning to you all. I am Zainab.
Good morning. Good morning. Zainab, my first question is, people hear Zainab the Miss Global of 2021. Can you please tell us who is Zainab Hydara?
Zainab is a young lady that believes in her doings and that is passionate about changing lives and mindset of people. Basically, most of the people, if you ask them about me, the only thing that they will tell you is something that is unique, because everybody had that one thing that people always talk about, majority. That is like, she's a mental health activist, you know. Yeah, that's what I do, and also I do the same thing that you people are doing. I work in the media because I love to communicate. Yes, and I'm married, so that is just a short recap about Zainab.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much for that. What makes Zainab so unique?
She believes in herself.
Okay, and she believes in herself, as in
whatever she does and whatever she engages in, and she prioritizes human beings, because as a person, no matter what you do, when you respect humanity, your road becomes easier, because whenever you want to go down, there must be one person out there that will lift you up. So basically,
that makes you unique. Okay, that's interesting.
Thank you. You won 2021 Miss Global. Tell us about your journey.
Okay, everything in life, even you guys being here, you have a journey. Maybe you guys may pass through certain institutions or individuals before reaching to where you guys are. Okay, Miss Global Africa came as in because I won the national pageant of this country, which is the NECOF. So due to that, I got the opportunity to represent Gambia in international level. That is the Miss Global Africa 2021. So I went to Nigeria, and the government of the Gambia immensely support me. But Miss Global Africa came through a young girl that was contacted named Mariama Bobo. And then she felt like everybody needs to be given their due, that I am the one that's supposed to go. So she helped in contacting me and contacting the National Youth Council, and those people take it up through the email that was sent to the government for me to go. And then I went and represent the Gambia. The embassy in Nigeria took very good care of me. The Miss Global Africa team were very kind, humble, and they treat all their queens generously. Yeah, so.
Interesting. What have been a life-challenging issue for you since you started your Miss competition or your pageantry? How was it, and what was your biggest life challenge in that?
It's finance, because in the Gambia here, people don't value pageantry. We attend pageantry, we organize pageantry, but we don't know the importance of pageantry. Because pageantry is not just giving young girls a platform for them to advocate on topics that they want to see a change in, but it's also to empower them so that their advocacy can be a continuous process whereby they will touch the lives and heart of people out there. Because today when I come on stage and talk about mental health, one will reflect and think it's just a mad person on the street out there, when we all have our mental health challenges. So maybe there's a condition I may advocate on that stage that might be the condition you live from or you are living in. So finance is always an issue, because in the Gambia here they don't pay queens. So that is why when many queens will say, through my pageantry career, what I gain, I have achieved this, I just laugh to myself, because I know that we don't even receive an amount of money that, you know, we will say it's okay for us, or it's okay for the people that supported us. So finance is always a problem, but if you see I come this far, it's because I don't consider the financial aspect always. Because I lived a situation, and I feel like as a youth of today time, like we are all promised of a near tomorrow of a better future. I still have fellows that are living in the same condition. So when I get an opportunity to speak on a stage, I have to share, not share my emotions, but share the importance of what needs to be had.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Why did you choose to advocate about mental disorder?
Okay, I decided to advocate mental disorder because I came to realize when I say this, we will all reflect or see ourselves into it. When we go to school, when we are in junior school, we are approaching senior secondary school. Most of the time, there's always a conflict on what to choose and what not to. Because you might be passionate about doing the arts field when actually your parents that are the main background people of your financial sponsoring in your academic career will be like study science or commerce. Then you become so confused, you know. At the end of the day, when you choose their way, you failed, it will affect your mental mental health, because they will call you a failure, then you will not take part in family decision making. You will not be considered as a person. I come to realize most of the guys in our family, okay, a guy will go out and come back, like sometimes he will not meet food at home, understand? A guy will wake up in the morning, nobody will give you breakfast because they feel like you're a guy. So, that is why most of our guys or our boys in the society are mentally disturbed. So, but the most key important things that leads my advocacy to mental health is because there's this smart person around my area that is mentally challenged. I was very attached to him. Suddenly one day he died. So I feel like if the society and community I live in have been showing him the love and care that I have rendered to him, then he could have been a better person in the society and can contribute immensely towards our national development. Because almost 90% of the house that the compounds that are within my surrounding, he always spent those places with a very nice paint, and every painting this guy did will signify something or will send a message. So I feel like it's because of our individual attitude, or we as people, how we treat each other. So, and growing up in an extended family also is not easy. So some of the little challenges that I undergo, so I had a pageant, that's the Miss Junior, which I was in Latrikunda Sabjoka Basic School. I decided to take part, and my English teacher told me, if you're to use the platform, what are you going to talk about? I was like, I don't even know what is platform. And he was like, what is that thing that you want to change? I said, I want to change the condition I'm living in. He's like, how does it disturb you? I told her, it disturbs me mentally, like academically, socially, and emotionally. It breaks me down. And she was like, go make research on mental health. So that's how it all came about, and I decided to advocate for mental health up till today.
Interesting. And if you could go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Keep pushing forward. Like, no journey is easy, because no matter how people support you, one day they will want you to support yourself. So always keep pushing.
Always keep pushing.
Yes.
We understand that you are doing a tour regarding mental disorder, right?
Yes.
And can you say light about it?
Okay. The tour is to talk to people, to tell them on what is mental health, how can we know an individual is going through mental health, and what are the solutions that we can do together as family, as people of this nation, to make sure we help each other when it comes to our mental sanity. So in doing so, as a young girl, I feel like, okay, I wanted to change the life of the people that are at Tanka. I wanted to make every Gambian be aware that mental disability is not the one that is on the street. It's us. We are the ones, and they are us, and we are them. So I feel like it's important for me to use a Thursday and call it Mental Thursday, and maybe every Thursday make a video or basically what people undergo, or related stories that are being come to my notice, to talk to people about how much we can deal with certain conditions that we live. Yeah, that is what I want to do for now.
Okay, is it really helping people?
To be honest, since I won the Miss Global Africa, it's yet to, but I am super happy to say, prior to Miss Global Africa, my mental health advocacy has inspired a lot of queens and kings. Because you go to pageants now, most of the queens and kings are using mental health as platforms. And if you ask them where they get the inspiration, they'll always say from me. That shows that every individual should be consistent in whatever you do. If I had been going to different pageants and using different platforms, people will not see the reflection of what I want to define or the change I wish to make in the society I live. So I think it's making a great impact, my advocacy, and it's inspiring people, and people do come to me seek advice when they have some mental issues. It's not like I don't also go through a lot of things. We all go through, but if you know how to handle it, you can also share to others to also realize themselves.
Okay, where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, I want to see myself as a lady that will build a very big rehabilitation center, a rehab center for Gambia, and a rehab center where I will name it Switch on the Touch. Switch on the Touch meaning putting light on every dark part of mental health, because I feel like in the Gambia here we don't have more psychologists, psychotherapists, and when we have that, it's going to be very, very important to help the mental health situation in the Gambia. If you look at the statistic rate in this country, 120,000 people are mentally challenged. and at Tanka Tanka only 100 people are there, and we just have one unit at RVTH, and which is not sustaining all this patient. You will take a patient to Tanka Tanka, and they will give the patient drug and all that. The next day, relieve the patient, release him or her because they want to take another patient. So when that patient go back to the society and do not get love and care he or she deserve, they must take the person back. So that which is not helping. But when we have more psychologists, psychotherapists, at least we can do the counseling sector. So if I have that rehab center next 5 years, inshallah, then at least a local number can be allocated whereby you and me and others can always call psychologists, psychotherapists to seek for assistance and support in our mental health condition or challenges that we are undergoing. Yes.
Let's now switch it to the one of Miss Walla model. Since only Miss Walla model, do they tell her abjikar? What do they abjikar at all? And you were here, very young and married.
Happily married.
I don't understand. What do you have to say on that?
Okay. Marriage is a must in every young lady's life. It depends on the time that you're ready to involve yourself into it. Okay, and it's also very important to know the person that you are going to give your heart to, or your YES, that's your yes to. So it's not everybody deserve your yes. Okay, you are a young lady and you have your career, you know what you're passionate about, you know the lives that you want to change, you know the condition that you live. So you just need that person that will stand beside you and push that dream to become a reality, you know. I got into marriage not because of fame, popularity, or maybe the condition my husband is going to offer to me. But I get married because I feel like we have the same vision, that is to help people and to change the life of people. And having it or not, I know we will struggle to make it a reality. So saying a queen or a miss, like it's very hard for them to get married. That is super true because most of the people will be like, even if you don't want, society will be like, I get that from a lot of people, a lot of interviews that I go to, people will be like, don't you think it's too early for you to get married? Why are you getting married? You have a future ahead of you and stuff. But I'm a Muslim, I'm from a Muslim family, so I wanted to fulfill half of my deen. I don't know which time that I'm going to die. People will always come in and said, you are humble, you are this, you are that, you understand? But I need a man to be beside me, you know, because I feel like if not, life will offer me something that does not define me. At this age, a lot of guys will come after you. Peer influence can lead you to date different guys, and that is not the reputation I want to build for myself. I don't want to build that for my children. I don't want to build that for the future young ones that believe in me. I want them to say, Zainab is not the person that jumping light from one guy to another. She's stable and consistent.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. How is your married life and pageantry? How supportive is your husband when it comes to your career?
He is super supportive, like super supportive, like. I can say he's my PA. He's my personal assistant. Like he's my right hand. He's my everything. Yeah.
And how are you coping with being a married woman and also doing pageants at the same time?
My husband made everything easier for me. So.
Okay.
What is your next target?
Okay, to be honest, my next target, I have 3 priorities and I want everybody to pray for me to make that become a reality. Okay, one is first, I wanted to, because I dedicate my life to mental health, I want to see that I help the Tanka people for now with food stuffs and then work with them and involve real estate into it to get a land whereby I work on a rehabilitation center, which I told you before. So, and the second priority is, I always say I want to be a lawyer, but yes, I want to be a lawyer for the fact that I want to research, I want to be a good communicator, so people will listen to me, so I can fight for the vulnerable people. I want to be a humanitarian lawyer, so not just because of the title gain, but to make my objective and aim become easier for me. And the third thing is I want to make my husband the happiest man on earth, and I want to make him believe that like choosing me is not a regret, like it's the best decision.
You are making me feel jealous now.
Yeah, because you know.
You are making me feel jealous. I'll just go and get married now.
Yeah, because he's been so super supportive. So that is the only way that I can also be grateful to him. So these are my 3 priorities: make my husband happy, make my rehabilitation center a dream come true, and become a professional.
Oh, yeah, see, we are getting married next month. Anyways, what do you think is the biggest problem facing facing young people today?
Okay, they don't know what they are and they don't know who they are. These are two things that people should know. Like, it's very important for you as an individual to know what you are and who you are. People so much complain about unemployment in this country. People complain about lack of a lot of opportunities. People are embarking on irregular migration. That is because they don't know who they are and what they are. We have a lot of people, the likes of the CEO of Jar Oil, you know, that are making it in this country and making big impact. They have a story to tell. They start from somewhere, but that is because they were able to find out who basically they are and what they are. Like, okay, we are all young people, right? We all want to get those bachelor's degree and stuff, but we are passionate about something else. Okay, in my own condition, probably I graduate maybe with a grade that could have taken me to university, you know. But I feel like, okay, spending 4 years of my life in the university, you know, getting financial support, struggling, you know, and when actually I had the aim to change something at home, being the first child. So why not I try to use my poetry language and to make that use of it. So that's how I started, and then an opportunity came by, you know, developing content for certain institutions, and you know, that is because what I am is what I'm passionate about, that is writing and speaking, and who I am is to get those papers and to be valued. So these are two different things. So if you know it, we have a lot of people that are passionate about selling on the street. You have the kaba guy, you know. So if you know who you are and what you are, it's always easy to make things better for you. Yeah.
How would you define success?
Success is what you choose, to me. Yeah, success is what you choose. It does not really matter that you have to build a mansion or get a very great job to be successful. No. Even if you are a shoe maker on the street, I call you success. Because that is, success is like what you choose, who you are, yeah, and what you make a living out of it. That's what I call success.
You are, if not the first Gambian to go for an international pageant and bring the crown home.
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
I feel super great because I feel super proud of myself. I feel super great about like that this achievement. This is an achievement that is written in the national history book of this country. So my name being in the history book of this nation alone is a great impact and a great achievement, because I feel like I have struggled for it. You know, I have worked hard for it. I have done that everything to eat. You understand? That was a time that I wanted to give up. So like, but I just feel like, okay, this is not me. Like, if I go meeting other people from different African countries, probably I will not make it. But it came to a point that I realized it's not about like the situation that life has to offer me. The moment God chose me to go and represent my nation, I should think of one thing. I'm not there for Zainab, I'm there for Gambia. So, you know, so I keep pushing it, and yeah, and here.
Okay, away from mental health and pageantry, how do you see social media usage in the Gambia? Is it bringing people together or separating people?
Actually, it's bringing people together and it's also separating people. But it depends on, like I said, it's all depend on you as an individual. Because what you put out there is what people will talk about. And what you put out there is what people are going to carry away with. You understand? And social media has a greater impact into our lives because certain information, key information that needs to create awareness in the world, we see it in social media. So concerning the negativity of social media, it's us as humans, the same humans that post information are the same people that spread the same information. So if you're into social media, it just depends on how you're going to put your social media outlets and all that. So yeah, for me on my social media, whatever you see there is something educative, something related to my mental health, because that is what people know me of, and I want that to continue. Yeah.
We have a question from Honorable Ba, and he said, what motivation do you have for the younger ones who will one day contest for best?
Okay, before you go into pageantry, you know, have a focusing agenda. you can just go to pageantry, get an inspiration because, okay, the journey of Zainab inspired me, or maybe I have a living condition that I lived and survived. So I want to share with the world, you understand? You can venture into pageantry, but don't just go into pageantry because of popularity, because of the hype, because of the fame, you know, you name it, you know. Because if you are expecting to get $100,000 in the pageant industry of the Gambia, my sister, you're kidding and you're joking, you understand? So you need to prioritize and know why you're going into pageantry, you know, and you have a specific topic that you want to advocate for, let people know you of that. Opportunities will come someday.
So you mean you guys don't earn money assemblies?
To be honest, I'm always late. We don't earn as expected. It's just, I call it compensating us.
Compensation.
Yeah, compensation. Yeah, just compensate us because it's not up to what we expect. Yeah.
What do you think the Gambia can do in order to lift up the pageantry industry in this country?
I think the government of the Gambia need to also consider pageantry laws in our constitution.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes, and also the National Center for Arts and Culture, at least to form a body that will be responsible for pageantry, a unit, you know, whereby that will support pageantry, and the government themselves will organize more national pageants in different sectors. They can organize Face of Agriculture Gambia, whereby young girls will come and discuss about agriculture, bring solutions and bring resolutions, and also maybe develop content that might support them to make their governing easier and immensely contribute in our national development for sustainability. Miss Tourism is being organized, you have Miss Environment, and you name them. So I think the government should be very, very supportive, because young girls, to empower young girls, it's a key to our development. Yeah, the government should support, and parents as well. When your girl is passionate about pageantry, give a listening ear to her or him. You know, listen to them, let them tell you why. You know, it's not about what they're going to gain, it's about what they're going to say and how many people are they going to touch through their words.
Interesting. Okay. On to my last question. What is your biggest fear in life?
My biggest fear in life, I know if I say, you guys, it's going to be a bombshell. Everybody's going to laugh. And my biggest fear in life is losing my husband.
Oh my God.
Yes, that's my biggest fear in life. Yes, trust me, that's my biggest fear. Like anywhere I am in the world, I'll always say that, you know. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
To be honest. Yeah.
I'll get married today.
Yes. And I'm gonna be happy that you are getting married because I inspired you.
Yeah. What's
as Miss Global, the winner of Miss Global 2021, are you ready to represent the Gambia in a bigger platform when it comes to pageantry?
Actually, there's no limitation in my advocacy. Even if it's a nursery school or a kindergarten society that invite me, I am ready to go. As far as I'm speaking on mental health, there's no boundaries. It defines me. So.
No, I mean to contest.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. I say even if it's a kindergarten committee, yes, I don't mind. Yeah, because it's related to my advocacy. Yeah, that's how passionate I am.
You are willing to contest anywhere and everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. Okay. At any time, just to make sure that people hear mental health.
Just to make sure you send a message out there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you for that. What do you have to say to people watching you right now?
I just have to say something. Choose yourself, be yourself, do yourself, no matter what life has to offer to you. Know that one day people will go, people will leave, people will die, but yourself will stay with you.
That's it. That's the message. Okay, thank you so much. I have to just thank you for choosing to come, and also for allowing us to actually use bunches of questions. We troubled you, but anyway, thank you so much. You inspired me a lot, and I'm prepared to get married maybe next month.
Yes, and see, it's my mate. Like
we're schoolmates. Yeah,
you're
a schoolmate.
I'm seeing you.
Yeah, I'm also so happy to interview my former schoolmate. It's very interesting, and thank you so much for coming. Thank you, viewers, for watching this video, and then back to you, I'll say.
Thank you so much, Zainab Hydara again. You are watching Good Morning Gambia, and that's all we have for you in this edition of the show. Thank you so much. My name is Zainab, and here is what is with us, Zainab Hydara. and my co-host Ami Fadila. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Until we come your way next week. Bye for now.
Bye.